Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Yeah, right. Whoever first said that has obviously never been called the names that I have. I bet they never brought hidden bruises to show and tell at school. Or grown up being told you're fat, you're ugly, you're worthless, you're stupid so many times that you become the bully of your own reflection in the mirror. Knives and scratching was my comfort blanket. The cuts and scratches didn't help me to forget the names, but they distracted me long enough to cope. Cope. What is cope? The dreaded C word. One of the worst four-letter words I've ever heard in my life. But cope I did. So, come on tomorrow. I'm ready for you now. Bring it on.
This man behind me will tell you that trophy means more to me than aught else in the entire world. But they'd be wrong. Truth is, I thought it mattered. I thought that music mattered most. But does it bollocks? Pardon my French. Not compared to how people matter. Us winning this trophy means bugger all to most people. But us refusing it, like what we're going to do now, then it becomes news, doesn't it? See what I mean? Over the last 10 years, this bloody government has systematically destroyed an entire industry. Our industry. Communities. Homes. Lives. All in the name of progress and a few lousy bob. A fortnight ago, our pit were closed. Another 1,000 men lost their jobs. And that's not all. Most of us lost will to win a while since. Most have even lost will to fight, but when it comes to losing the will to live... Point is, if this lot were bloody whales or bloody seals or something, be all up in bloody arms, but they're not. They're just men. Honest, decent, fallible men and women, and not one of them with an ounce of bloody hope left. Oh aye, they can knock out a bloody good tune, but what the fuck does that matter? Unless they matter. Unless we matter. Do us a favour and print some of it, eh? Just once. Where shall I begin? Aristotle, my dear sir, said the character of a knife is to cut. I, Semyon Zakharovich Marmeladov, have increased the nature of intoxicating liquors, and I can attest that its character is to rob. I see that you imagine me to be insensitive to my wife's sufferings. This noble soul thinks I'm insensitive to my wife's sufferings. When I'm sober, indubitably yes. She has a fineness of character which is insufferable. She was educated in a high-class school for the daughters of noblemen. On leaving, she danced the shore dance before the governor and other magnificent personages for which she was awarded a gold medal and a certificate of merit. The medal, of course, was sold for drink. But the certificate of merit is within her trunk. I've gone to the pawnbrokers with my wife's intimate items. Her private stockings. Did I tell you my daughter Sonia is a prostitute? No. Permit me to describe her debut. All day my Katerina Ivanovna, who is as noble in her feelings as Brutus's wife. All day she'd been coughing and spitting blood. She's dying of consumption. And all day she'd been nagging my daughter. Why don't you put some food on the table? Can't you see we're starving? What have you got to lose? It's not a precious jewel. Sonia went out at 6 in the evening, walked straight up to Katerina Ivanovna at 9 and laid 30 roubles on the table. Then she hid her face with this very shawl. And she laid her face to the wall. I was there. I heard everything. There is a place where the sidewalk ends, and before the street begins, and there the grass grows soft and white, and there the sun burns crimson bright, and there the moonbird rests from his flight, to cool in the peppermint wind. Let us leave this place where the smoke blows black, and the dark street winds and bends, past the pits where the asphalt flowers grow. We shall walk with a walk that is measured and slow, and watch where the chalk white arrows go, to the place where the sidewalk ends. Yes, we'll walk with a walk that is measured and slow, and we'll go where the chalk white arrows go. For the children they mark, and the children they know, the place where the sidewalk ends.
Hi, I'm Mark. I like football and I'm really into gaming. I just moved into the area and I haven't got many friends. I start at your school next week and I'm really nervous. Do you fancy meeting up
in the park after school for a kickabout? Come to mine afterwards
if you like?
and I'll show you some cheat codes for that new footy game.
Child sexual exploitation doesn't just happen to girls, it happens to boys and young men too. It's not always easy to see the signs. For help and confidential advice, visit 13.me.uk.